has long been synonymous with freedom of speech. They defended it from even the most hated groups like the Nazis, the Klan, even the Jehovah's Witnesses. It was never about what you were saying. It was about the liberal principle of your right to say it. Well, they have new guidelines now, namely that before taking a case, ACL lawyers should consider if the case might cause offense to marginalized groups, or if a potential client's values are contrary to our values. Contrary to our values? Your values are free speech and the First Amendment. Those are your values. Your whole purpose in life is not to be worried about offense to marginalized groups, because we understand that free speech is an even more important value than never being offended.
You'd think that with the whole woke circus finally losing steam, the companies that jumped on that bandwagon would snap back to reality. Some have, but plenty are still doubling down on the same anti-common-sense nonsense that wrecked their reputations and gutted their stock value. Enter Bill Maher, the unapologetic anti-woke crusader, who's more than ready to snuff out what's left of this cultural wildfire. And he didn't just talk about it. He did it, live, in front of millions, torching the hypocrisy right on his own show.
Opposite of what you always were, you have to change your name. It's become a trend in America these days, morphing into something completely different from what you were founded as, but still pretending you're the old you. TLC stands for the Learning Channel. They used to have shows like Learn to Read and Ready, Set, Learn. Here's some of their present and recent offerings. Cake Boss, Gypsy Sisters, Toddlers and Tiaras, Extreme Couponing, What Not to Wear, My Teen is Pregnant and So Am I. 1,000-Pound Sisters and Alaskan Women Looking for Love. And that's just the shows about the Palins.
Maher kicks things off by torching TLC for completely abandoning its original purpose, the Learning Channel. Once a network devoted to educating and inspiring Americans, TLC has morphed into a sideshow of woke absurdity. The documentaries and science programs that once made viewers smarter are long gone. In their place, shows that glorify obesity, celebrate chaos by letting kids run the house, and preach that you should only date people who echo your political or ideological beliefs. Maher's message couldn't be clearer. TLC didn't just lose its way, it lost its spine. It traded knowledge and authenticity for pandering and virtue signaling, becoming a perfect symbol of how far corporate America has fallen.
Arts. Seriously. They used to show the symphony. Now they have Deep Fried Dynasty, Hoarders, Storage Wars, Ghost Hunters, and Psychic Kids. You know, for people who find the Learning Channel too intellectual.
Next on Maher's hit list is A&E, once proudly known as Arts and Entertainment. But tune in today, and you'll find something completely different. The art is gone, and the entertainment has been replaced with woke propaganda masquerading as progressive storytelling. Gone are the thought-provoking documentaries and genuine creativity. In their place, A&E now pushes agenda-driven content that glorifies confusion and slaps the label of representation on it. It's as if the A and E have been erased altogether, leaving behind nothing but E for empty entertainment. Maher drives the point home. A network once celebrated for artistic brilliance has become yet another casualty of the culture war. Proof that even creativity isn't safe when ideology takes the wheel.
Boy put a gay man on the cover, which I guess we're supposed to celebrate, even though it was 2021 and there's already a dozen magazines for gay guys, 13 if you count Martha Stewart Living. Do we really need LGBT representation in Playboy? There's a transgender teenager on every show on television except reruns of Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea.
Maher is absolutely right. These networks are drowning in their own hypocrisy. They cling to their old brand names as if they still represent something meaningful, but their content tells a different story. If A&E is now just about cheap, mindless entertainment, then drop the A and be honest, call it E. And if there's no learning left in the Learning Channel, then maybe it's time to rebrand it as TC, the Chaos Channel. Maher's point cuts deep. Don't claim virtue or legacy when your programming has abandoned both. Either live up to your name or admit you've sold out to the woke machine. Because right now, these once proud channels are nothing more than hollow echoes of what they used to be.
Swimsuit issue, which now celebrates all kind of bodies except, the good kind. Was it really such a crime against humanity to have one magazine once a year that was about finding creative ways for supermodels to hide their... Now it looks like it's edited by the Huffington Post. Jeez, you have every other magazine. Do you hate Dad that much?
And it's not just TV networks joining the woke parade. Even Playboy couldn't resist. Yes, the iconic men's magazine that built its empire on celebrating women, freedom, and masculinity suddenly decided to pander to the LGBTQ crowd, trading its bold, unapologetic image for political correctness. The irony is almost laughable. Every major network, streaming service, and magazine already floods the culture with forced representation. Yet Playboy thought hopping on that same bandwagon would make it progressive. Instead, it just came off as desperate, betraying its legacy and alienating the very audience that made it famous. Maher's point rings true here. Companies like Playboy aren't doing this out of genuine inclusivity. They're chasing trends, sacrificing identity for validation. It's performative wokeness at its peak, and the result is a brand that no longer knows who it's for or what it even stands for.